Hey guys, this is Peter, and today I'm taking a look at it's an inexpensive drone from a company called HolyStone, and I happened to be looking at this when they sent me an email saying, hey, would you be willing to review this? And normally I say no, but since I was just looking at it, and I love drones, I've bought several of these over the years, always hoping for that kind of DJI experience at this kind of price. And I finally think I've got one. So I'm excited to review this because it is indeed pretty darn cool. I took it to one of my favorite places. Let me show you. This thing is really cool. It flies very stable. I couldn't believe how stable it was. I was waiting for the perfect day, but perfect days don't exist. So it was windy, but I'm shielded by a cliff. And a happy accident happened, and I got to test out some features I wasn't planning on testing. But let me just show you this. Let's take a look. All right, well, if you've seen some of my videos before, you've probably seen this beach before. This is one of my favorite places to go. I came here for two reasons. A, there's nobody here. And B, I've got this nice wall next to me, so it kind of buffets the wind. It protects me from the wind. Although this was the first of two happy accidents. And one was, I was just flying around getting a feel for it, but I was amazed by this footage. The footage is really rock solid. The drone just sits there in space, and even though I was just learning to pilot it, check this out. Flying really low. I was flying really low. It's kind of porpoising because it is windy out here. But look at the video. The video is still just rock solid. And I couldn't figure out why. I was like, why does this video look so good? And there's good reason for it. And I'm going to show you that in a second. But look, there I am, way down the beach. And I've been amazed by this video. You'll notice that when I pan side to side, it is kind of abrupt. But you don't notice any of the other motion. I'm porpoising all over the place when I'm going through this. But you don't see it. And I really wanted to know why. Hey guys, let me show you one thing real quick. I was kind of amazed by the pictures I was getting from this thing because, well, look what this camera does. Watch the camera carefully as I tilt it. Look at this. It's staying, it auto-corrects. Even though I'm tilting, even though I wasn't much of a pilot and I was porpoising all over the place, look at the quality of the video that I got. It is absolutely amazing. Look, if tilt this way, get a heavy wind, you're pitching, you're yawing, but your video comes out rock solid. That's what makes this thing different than other drones I've had in the past. That and, well, it's so easy to work on. If you need to take off a prop, you pull and twist. It's spring-loaded. It's so easy to do. That's what I really like about this thing. It is so much different than other drones I've had in the past. I've had a lot of different drones. When things go wrong, that's when you find out what's different. When your video should be crummy and it turns out good, that's what makes this drone different. And I can't believe the price point. They finally come down to the point where you're like, there we go. So check it out what you get with this. Really nice controller. It's got really sets up quickly. This is the fastest one that I've had so far. From the intent to fly to actually flying, this thing is up pretty quickly. Comes with 2 batteries, which is really nice because it gives you double the flight time. I'd say they gave me about 15 to 20 minutes each, which is really a lot of fly time and just made it a lot of fun. I love the fact that I can field swap them and have 2 of them. The only thing that I question is it warned me that, hey, your battery's running low, you got to come back. And I freaked, I got it right back to. I'm like, I still got 2 lights. So that was the only thing that was odd about it, but the case is awesome. It's well done. It even holds the second battery. This is the best case that I've seen thus far, of any of the drones that I've had. It has spots for everything. It did come with secondary blades, which is nice because, hey, things happen. I had it set up in follow me mode, which is amazing. And I took my skateboard out and I ended up hitting a tree with the drone because it was offset from where I was, and it shared some props. But you know what? I'm back up and going lickety split because you push down, you give it a twist, and the props come off. So you put them back on, you're good to go. Amazing, well thought out drone. I've been pleased with it. I love the footage that I get from it. And I got to say, this pitch and yaw correction makes this a really cool drone. All right, well, let me set this up because I was able to try out one of the features and I tried it out and it didn't work the way I thought it would, but it turned out it was okay anyway. So there's this berm, if you will, in the middle of the beach, and it's, I don't know, 12 feet tall or something. So you need to climb over it. So I just set the drone up so I could climb up, and then here I am pointing it at myself. Look, I'm not flying the drone at all. It's just sitting there. It has this GPS thing in it, and it just sits there in space. I'm going to show you some more footage of that in a second. But look, I'm scrambling down with my my worn-out skater shoes on these rocks that are slippery as heck. So, yeah, I had to come down. But then I'm just playing with the drone on the beach, just kind of enjoying it. And I forgot about the wind because the wind hadn't been an issue because of this huge berm. So even though there's water coming off, look, I shoot it straight up. I want to show you Northern California. It's really beautiful. I know that DeSantis has told everybody that there's homeless people everywhere and that there's poo in the streets, but this is the Northern California that I know. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's gorgeous, and well, here you see Brussels sprout fields down below. I mean, it's kind of just beautiful. It's kind of rural. There's not much out there, but we're only 40 miles away from Silicon Valley, so this is California that I know. Beautiful spot, and just about now, when I have it up this high, the wind catches it. I'm not piloting it anymore. I've got the unit, and I'm sprinting. I hit the button on it that says return home. I thought it meant return to me. I'm holding the controller. But it went to the spot that I took off from. Really cool, because you're going to see I'm unpiloted now. I'm running as fast as I can, trying to climb up that berm again, and sprinting, because I can see where it's going. It looks like it's going back. And I surprised this guy. This guy's out walking with his dogs, and he sees a drone and no pilot, and the thing slowly landing down on the beach. It goes to exactly the spot that I took off from, which makes a lot of sense. And boy, I'm glad I took off from a good spot, because I could tell, oh my gosh, it's making a beeline for where I was. And I thought, what are the chances? I hope I can get the video card back so that I can at least put together a video. It landed perfectly, untouched, and turned off on all four legs. Boop, perfectly, and just turned off. So I wanted to show you this because this is where I took off from. In fact, this is me taking off. And I went down the beach. I went pretty far down the beach, and there's the berm that I had to climb over and set everything for. And you can see where I am. Here, I'm going to spin this thing around in a second. There, way down in that little nook. Can you see me? There I am. That's exactly where it went back and landed. This is incredible. And I'm glad that the tide hadn't come in more. Here, I'm going to climb this and show you this rock face. I love the different geological slices of this. This is just beautiful, beautiful land. It changes all the time, though. It's constantly eroding. That used to be a big, beautiful piece of rock when I was a kid, but it now is still beautiful, but different. I was going to go fly around it, but there was so much bird life, and they seemed like they were getting nervous with the drone, so I backed off. But great footage. This is just neat. Notice how it just sits there. Sits there in space and just hangs there. I have some other great footage of that. Look at this spot. There's not a building in sight. Well, except for on the other side of the freeway, but this is just untouched natural beauty. And if you haven't been to a beach like this, you definitely need to go. All right, I'm going to show you. You ever have Brussels sprouts? A lot of people hate Brussels sprouts. This is where they come from. Boop. Brussels sprouts field. Absolutely amazing. And what a way to see this. This is how the birds see it. See, it's funny. I didn't get busted by the wind this time. It is really good at being able to buffet the wind. As you can tell by the trees, there is a lot of wind out here. But yeah, this thing was able to fly really well. And I'm not even a good pilot, but as I showed you, even though the drone was porpoising, it held steady, and this footage is really darn good. All right, so let me show you this. I took the drone home, and I wanted to go take a look at my daughter's soccer practice. So here I am. I'm way above the field. I don't want to disturb anybody. But look, you can adjust the camera and just make it sit. All right, camera is adjusted, and it just sits. But it just speeds along. And this is like, look at this platform. Amazingly stable. Amazing little drone. And for $399, it's a no-brainer. Absolutely recommend this thing. This is the drone experience that I've been searching for, and probably DJI offered for $1,500. That's not me. I wasn't ready to spend $1,500 on a drone. This is too sweet. Pretty good little device, and definitely something I can go fly, and I don't have to worry about crashing it. Anyway, guys, hey, there's a link to it down below. It helps out my channel if you do like this kind of thing, but I think you're going to love this thing. So take a look, and we'll catch you in the next one. Talk to you soon.